Hey guys, today I'm bringing you a sweet little game in the E100, and I basically only picked it because I hadn't driven it in forever and I remembered it being a lot of fun to drive. And this game shows exactly why it was so fun to drive. So I start by going to base C because I want supremacy points and I want to get a point advantage for my team. But there's a waffle there, so even though I might get hurt for it, I want to load a nice shot into him, and I do, and I bounce his, so that makes it all the more perfect. So I move into a side scraping position to avoid him shooting me, because right now he can't really do anything because if he peeks out too far he gets shot by my team. So I wait patiently until I've reloaded and until I've kept the base, peek out, shoot him, get one shot in turn, but I'm in E100, I can take it. And it got me a mission. But then a mouse is coming my way, so I activate my adrenaline because when he peeks out with a giant body of his, I want to be able to load in a shot. I make sure that it's AP because heat doesn't work on tracks. And then I try to troll him a little bit because he will reload faster than I will generally, and I just want to see if I can get a shot into him. I take a shot of damage there because, well, he waits for me to peek out, but I load one into him and mine does more damage, so it's not a totally bad trade there. And overall I'm not really worried about what's happening. 2 down on either side, the mouse is a one shot now, and I know that he will likely die, and this bounce that I get here is my own fault for not switching to heat, because even though it's the back of a mouse, unless you have all the time to aim and the target stands still, it's actually better to kill off a target with Premo to make sure that you get the kill shot than to wait for it. So now I have to move around the corpses to see if we have anyone to shoot, and I actually do. I kill a nice little Batchat over there with HE, and this is why I love the E100. It's basically a TD with a heavy hull and everything. But I just love that gun, and I make sure to make it count as much as possible if I were to actually hit the target, because that generally helps. And like with so many tanks, I either have really good games in this tank or really bad ones. And that's mostly because RNG can be with you or very much against you, and then you can't do anything and get really troll shots. Now I get a nice shot of damage there, but I don't get the kill. I bounce a shot because my turret is moving, and this is actually one of the things that help me with sniper mode. But at the same time, when I look at the target, it also means that they see my cheeks, so I always need to be careful. I decide with the health that I have, I show no fear, and I see if I can get some shots in, but he disappears and I don't want to misfire and basically have a very useless shot. So I just decide to head into the desert, see if I can cut him off somewhere and keep my shot. And I'm not really bothered about the fact that he's running away. I'm the only one that kept the base so far, so I'm the only one that actually gets points for this. And a lot of supremacy points lead to a lot of XP, which can help to get nice little golden badges. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, because in supremacy you have to play by different tactics than you do in encounter, and a lot of people don't do that. That's why in a supremacy battle I always say in the beginning which 2 bases I want the team to get, because then you have some form of direction, and usually it does help. So right now we actually have 2 bases, third one is getting kept, but the guy kills the Conqueror, and that means that they still have a base, but it doesn't really matter because I head on over. I have HE loaded because, well, it's a Batchat. That's gonna hurt a lot. I wait for him to peek over, but he's not stupid enough to do that, so I have to drive a little bit more. Then the M103 actually blocks my shot, and I have to take care because I want to HE him, and that also means that I need to aim properly, which I don't, so I do very little damage. So at that point I activate my adrenaline, try to meet him, try to turn with him beforehand so that he can't circle to death me, and then I get a nice little shot into him and kill him off. And this is just a general piece of advice: when someone is trying to circle of death you, turn your turret with your tank. Always turn them together, and you're much more likely to actually get them in the circle of death and keep them from circling you to death, basically. And overall, with nearly 6k damage, 3 kills, a lot of supremacy points, I'm really not unhappy about this game, and it goes to show what a lovely tank the E100 is. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again.